Buonasera a tutti. Dai, riprendiamo il nostro viaggio con Rasputin. L'ultima volta avevamo finito la parte introduttiva del gioco, che è durata praticamente 2 ore, quindi neanche poco. Ci eravamo camminati sul treno insieme a Rasputin a Varsavia, dove era venuto a mancare il padre del nostro personaggio. Avevamo catturato il nostro secondo demone e adesso vedremo un po' come si evolveranno le vicende. Eccoci qui. Dobbiamo andare da quella parte, però prima di andare e comunque esaminiamo perché abbiamo visto che leggere, trovare cose ci dà comunque punti esperienza. E i punti esperienza, oltre a farci salire di livello e renderci più efficienti in combattimento, ci consentono anche di scrutare alcuni indizi che altrimenti resterebbero bloccati mettendoli nel ramo giusto. Ok. Abbiamo ottenuto un punto taumaturgia, perfetto. Vediamo dove mettere questo punto taumaturgia. Blood Elimination. Recupera 4 punti vita per ogni nemico nello stato di sofferenza. Ogni azione seguente che restaura l'health point ne restaurerà meno. Ok. Non è male. Visto che curarsi in questo gioco prende, prende molto. Sì. Action reaction. Questo dovrebbe potenziare una delle azioni che abbiamo. Cazzo, questo sembra forte, adrenaline rush poi. Eh, eh. Ah, poi costerà 2? Ok. Potremmo anche... Allora, in Mind non abbiamo messo niente però. Non mi piace granché finora. Però più in là non si sa mai. A parte che potrebbe servirci anche nella storia. Beh, intanto magari prendiamo questa. La skill upgrade. Ah, costa 2. Ok, no, allora niente. Cazzo proprio. Ehm, no, ora ci potenziamo... Potenziamo questa. Prendiamo questa carta. Ecco. Aumenta da 5-6 a 8-9, un bel po'. È un peccato che non possiamo inserirne due. Vediamo. Qualcosa di qui. Ah, ecco, vedi. Vediamo. Ah, un foglio che praticamente diffama i Thaumaturghi, quindi ottimo. Iniziamo bene. Abaurisi Niazik, leader della Shields Gang. Ah, ladro assassino, perfetto. Ho il sospetto che potrebbe avere a che fare con un demone, magari. Il prossimo che potremmo catturare. Molto arrabbiato, ha segni neri sotto gli occhi. Magari qualcosa... Oh, un bel po' di robetta da leggere che male non fa. Magari li vogliamo un pochetto. Corriere diverso. Abbiamo già fatto quasi mezzo livello, siamo appena arrivati, avevamo già livellato, quindi... I rivoluzionari. È un casino davvero Varsavia. Mica scherzava nel treno il nostro personaggio. Vediamo di qua cosa c'è. Nulla. Almeno non mi pare. Oh, ecco. Un menu. Ok. Vamos.
Why such a crowd?
A circus has come to town.
Ah, il circo, perfetto.
These are troubled times. Brothers turn against brothers. Russia has had enough bloodshed.
Oh,
The
lo zar.
violence must stop.
Nikolai Romanov.
When socialists attempt to divide Russia and her subject nations, to dent the sword that smote the enemy at Grunwald, this demands my decisive action. Thus, by my grace, I hereby appoint as Governor General of Warsaw, Georgi Antonovich Skowon.
A butcher.
Ottimo.
Not a popular guy, I presume.
I see you ain't from here. That swine keeps a photo album of all the folks he's had shot at the Citadel.
Ah, però...
Before and after execution.
Warsaw! The time for leniency and indulgence is over. From the moment this office is bestowed on me, no forces hostile to the subjects of Greater Russia will have any further right to exist. None! Whether it be brutal socialist subversives, communists, Jews, or other satanic provocators.
Nient'altro?
He sure knows how to unite a crowd.
Pardon me. Are you Polish?
I was born in Warsaw, but I'm lapsed. My name's Victor.
Wanda.
This is Russia here. Like it or not. Warszawa. Время террора закончилось.
Иди нахуй!
Qualunque cosa
My first
significhi...
decision as Governor General of Warsaw.
Sembrava convincente.
Great heroes in their sense of timing. Of course, now they're the first ones in the fight.
Samobladanie, Polyaki. We won that rebel. The Landmark.
Damn.
What happened?
Be a gentleman. Please kneel and tie my shoe.
I didn't dare suggest it myself.
Ho sentito il rumore, voglio vedere che cosa è caduto.
Can I ask you a tiny favor? The Russians can't find out about
Immaginavo.
this. The military is just looking for an excuse to suppress the crowd, and these workers are dreaming of thrashing a Russian gendarme.
Either one of you confesses to disturbing the peace, or Sieg Zabirai. We'll take you all in.
You can't handle all of us.
Can you get us out of here?
I think I'm open to any kind of suggestion.
With a book like that, I'd find out what would convince one of these bastards to let us go. Or I'd take on that self-appointed leader of the proletariat.
Interesting strategy. Who are you, really?
A damsel in distress.
Those don't usually hide ammunition in their stockings.
Can I explain it to you another time?
For instance, I could disclose to a soldier that you came here with ammunition under your skirt.
Maybe we should see who they believe. A respected lady of Warsaw, or a common magician who just 100 years ago would have been burned at the stake.
Well, since you asked so nicely, I'm going to take a look. Pardon me, gentlemen.
The crowd has received the order. For now, zero response.
We'll give them a moment to arrest them all, book them, interrogate them. Gospodi will be home in November.
Gentlemen, please forgive me. Maybe there's a faster way to get this situation resolved.
Back off, Polyak, or we'll start shooting. Paniatno, scrum. Dawaj.
Sergeant, I didn't want to do this, but my name is Viktor Shulski.
Shulski or Smolski, I don't care.
We'll make an example of you for the rest of this bastard.
Pessima idea. Ah, ottimo, adesso che abbiamo due Salutor, dovremo gestirli tutti e due. Figa. Ci sono anche i super efficaci. Allora, ora dobbiamo capire come si fa però. Ah, ecco, lui è suggerito. Perché mi... Ah, ok. Quindi dobbiamo ridare bene un'occhiata. Non possiamo mettere tutte le... Tutte le abilità, dobbiamo stare attenti a quale mettiamo. 28, mamma mia, cazzotta che ha preso. E ci siamo curati di 12, mica male. Aia, le costole. Ah, figa. Quindi i tratti... Ah, per disabilitare dei tratti bisogna attaccare con un Salutor della stessa dimensione. Ah, che figo. Ottimo. Ah, mamma mia. Ho anche la pistola. Bella. Avevo vinto, non è giusto.
Name?
Shulsky. Victor.
One of those Shulskis?
Yes.
My condolences. Now, profile.
Thank you.
What you pissing in the bucket for, asshole?
Where else am I supposed to?
Brown in the bucket, whiz on the wall.
You better remember that, too. That bucket's gonna last you guys till tomorrow.
Can I use the phone?
What are you staring at, Ganef?
I don't know what that means.
Quit squealing. First time in the big city? Have some respect if you don't know who you're running your mouth at. What did they put such a swell in jail for?
I showed a couple of Russian soldiers when I think about the petitions.
I have moments like that sometimes.
And I gave it to some Ruskies in the kisser, too. There's this red-bearded fella sitting there. I glassed him in the face, then kicked him in the bean, and wham! On the floor. And I pinched his billfold, too.
Did anybody ask you? Shut your damn trap. Well, I
Niente,
hear
voleva
from
fare il
somebody.
figo perché ha preso a calci il tizio russo. Il militare russo.
My name's Viktor Shulsky, and I work on my own behalf.
All right. Respect.
First of all, I am a Thaumaturge.
Ma questa non era di
Now them
testa.
I got respect for. I know one really decent Jew from Povishla who's a wizard too.
How about you? You got a foreskin or what?
Is my foreskin any of your fucking business?
Well, no.
No,
I
così
was
stanno
just...
simpatici sti due.
Schmuck.
Schmuck.
But you don't look like much of a Warsaw lad.
I'm just here for my father's funeral.
I hope you don't miss the funeral toasts. Welcome to Warsaw.
I wouldn't call you a master strategist.
You got away from the station, so theoretically, we achieved our goal.
You're not losing your sense of humor. I guess this isn't your first time in a place like this, is it?
You'd better tell me if you managed to get rid of your ammunition.
If I hadn't, I'd already be locked up at the Citadel. I admit your behavior did successfully distract the Ruskies.
You're welcome.
All right then. What's such a gorgeous, hairy mug doing in a crummy place like this?
I spent a little time on the Rue de la Roquette in Paris.
It got demolished 5 years ago.
Oui. What about you? You seem to know your way around this setting. You been here often?
I'll take that as a compliment. And sure, sometimes, if the cause demands it.
What cause?
Let's say I know certain folks who'd find poles like you useful.
Dealers in stolen Dutch pomade?
Donut connoisseurs. They met at Burke Rotblitz's cafe.
I don't want to jinx it, but do you spend time there too?
If I'm not there, no one will want to talk to you. And don't worry, I don't usually hang out long in places like this.
Shulsky!
I see you won't be hanging out here long either.
Shulsky, this yours?
That's right.
Then take it and get out of here.
Thank you.
Ah, figo. Siamo stati schedati, raga. Grandissimo, grandissimo. Mi piacevano anche quei Thaumaturghi per qualche motivo. Non siamo esattamente ben voluti. Ah, quindi anche il nostro padre era un Thaumaturgo. Interessante. Vorrei capire meglio la situazione col padre, come mai. Ah, di nuovo lui. Nient'altro. Oh, invece sì. Guarda, guarda là. Ok, nulla di rilevante. Semplicemente aumentare la sicurezza durante la visita dello zar. Noi però non abbiamo trovato tracce rosse. Aspetta. Ci dà due vie diverse. No. Sì. E invece sì. Andando di qua ci... Probabilmente è sempre la stessa destinazione, ma... Ah, ok, qua bisogna prendere il tram. Prima di prenderlo però, vediamo qui. Indicazione della filarmonica di Warsaw. Ah, quanto è largo, c'è un bel po' di roba da esplorare qui, eh. È finita. Ah, possiamo anche prendere il carro, vero? Pick up, cosa? Ah. Livello. 2 punti di taumaturgia. E abbiamo 2 punti, quindi potremmo effettivamente... Pure mettiamo 2 punti, e forse ci aiuta anche un po' ad andare avanti, potrebbe essere meglio in effetti. Solo che... No. Ho avuto l'impressione che i danni che facciamo ci aiutino parecchio, quindi... Ok. Cap. Cosa raccogliamo? Brochure e derby. Oh, ci danno un botto di punti esperienza ste cose. What the hell? Diamo un'occhiata anche di qua, visto che Questi punti esperienza non sono per niente male. I like them. Oh, le mappe sono abbastanza larghe. Ti fa proprio capire che puoi andare direttamente dove c'è bisogno, ma ti conviene fare un giro. Se vuoi prendere punti esperienza, almeno un bel giretto è quello che ti serve. Abbiamo fatto. Ah, ecco, sta risalendo sullo scritto. Oh, abbiamo quasi fatto un altro livello, zitti zitti. Scusatemi se è poco, ma quasi stiamo livellando come animali solo leggendo stronzatini in giro, cioè... I mean easy peasy. Meno male che abbiamo messo la difficoltà al massimo. Qui niente.
I'm sure you don't remember me. My name's Hayat, Mordecai Hayat. I wanted to offer
Mordecai.
my condolences. Thank you. Please, forgive my prying. I know Mr. Shulsky took nitroglycerin for his heart, but how did he pass away? Was that his cause of death? His heart?
We've ruled out any coronary causes since the doctors couldn't confirm whether the deceased had a heart.
Yes, I understand. My condolences, once again. I'll leave you alone. I'm sure you want to bid farewell to your father.
Niente.
I think I ought to arrest you, Thaumaturge.
I haven't done anything, officer. What's the problem?
I barely recognize you either. You still haven't figured out who I am? Don't be surprised. The last time we saw one another was 20 kilos ago.
20 kg fa.
Uncle Veronian?
I will not keep you. The guy's probably all alone back there, among those vultures circling Stasio. I'm sure she'll be glad to see you. Go on. We'll talk later.
Sister?
Victor. I'm so glad you came. I wasn't sure if my telegram had reached you.
I'm glad too. How are you holding up?
All this caught me off guard, but for now I don't have time to think things through calmly. Look at yourself. What happened?
Have you written to Mother?
Yes, but what can you expect? You know what Nadia is like. It was never her style to show up for family events like this. It's getting late, and we've still got the reading of Papa's will ahead of us at home. And I'll leave you two alone. I suppose you've got your own matters to clear up.
Fine, let's get this over with. So, it was me who got it right in the end. Back then, on the train platform, was the last time we saw one another. 15 years ago. After brief suffering, fell asleep in the Lord. Brief? I hope not. Did you write this yourself? A tyrant, bigot, and liar, mistakenly absolved, died after suffering all too briefly. That's better. Definitely closer to the truth. The day you died, you visited me in my dreams. I was a child when you hounded me out of here, and I remember you as you were back then. But in my dream you looked older. You gave me hell as usual. You didn't believe I'd succeed. You were wrong. I've come back with 2 Salutors. I'm sorry there are so many things I didn't get to say to your face. All those years, I said them over and over to myself in my head. How you were never able to admit a mistake. You never sought blame in yourself. Someone else was always guilty, never you. Mother, because she wanted something for herself in life. Ligia, because she wasn't born a boy. Me, because I was born a Thaumaturge, but I didn't want to live following your principles. And now... Farewell, Father.
Am I intruding?
I was reflecting at the grave of my beloved father.
You tricked me. I heard something else. Stanisław and I were acquainted. You might say I knew everything about your father. Mr. Victor Szulski, isn't it? Your absence from Warsaw has happily come to an end, I hope.
With all due respect, this is my personal business. It was my father who knew you, not me.
True. Please forgive me. I meant no harm. Again, my condolences.
I didn't catch your name.
My name's Kanieczkin. Ivan Kanieczkin. Goodbye.
Such interesting friends you had. I guess I'm more tired than I thought. Great-grandmother Josefina.
Anche sua nonna era una Thaumaturge. Allora, io direi un punto qui lo mettiamo perché altrimenti diventa un problema pigliare gli indizi.
Grandpa Nikodem, a Thaumaturge.
No, ma è una famiglia proprio di Thaumaturghi. Impressionante.
The hardest thing was getting the lid of the urn. The scattering I could handle.
You can play the clown, but I know how much this has cost you. I'm glad you went.
Love at a funeral. Eros postmortem. Is it suitable for a young lady in mourning to fraternize with bachelors? Konstancja Shabłowska, the Warsaw Courier. Could I ask for a brief comment?
Hyena.
Thank you. And you, sir?
Esattamente.
I can sort it out, but it might cause you some trouble.
It's not worth getting your hands dirty over.
Get out of here, or I might decide you're attacking an Imperial official, and you'll wake up tomorrow in the Citadel.
Are you threatening me, Judge?
I'm actually sparing you from him. Would you rather try your luck with a Thaumaturge? Come on, children. I'm sure my Pietia is already waiting for us at home.
I'd love to see my cousin.
Are you coming with us?
Thanks.
Get in. I'm sure the lawyer is already waiting for us.
Ci sono un bel paio di scelte in questo gioco che mi chiedo quanto effettivamente cambiano le cose. Mi sa che questo toccherà rigiocarlo, eh. Cioè, se questa è peggiorellina, porco cane la sta tirando con le secchie.
Miss, your guests have arrived. The lawyer's upstairs too, waiting. A trifle jittery. Wonder if the tea I made him was too strong.
Thank you, Grażyna dear. Let the guests wait. First, I want to take care of the will.
I'll just wet my whistle and join you all upstairs.
Make sure Uncle makes it upstairs sober. And I'll suggest you don't dawdle either.
Master Victor, good God! Half your face covered, but I could tell right away it was you. You look just like your father in his youth.
Mamma mia, che culo! No, non penso gli faccia molto piacere.
Cocoa, Master? It would warm you up a little.
Make an extra creamy one for Ligia.
Oh, I won't skimp on her. Now, your sister's putting a brave face on all this, but she's really having a hard time. It's lovely to see you again.
Quanto è
But
simpatica
that's enough
sta...
jabber for now. I've got the guests and the cocoa, and I've got to whip up some food for you all later. We'll talk soon.
Che nonna simpatica.
I don't want to put my foot in my mouth again. I already failed to recognize someone once today, but you look familiar.
Well, I should think so. I was the victim of one of your starling hunts. Voronins must not be very memorable, cousin.
Pietia! Forgive me, and for shooting you as well.
Gli ha pure sparato.
How are you doing?
Just some heart problems, not a subject for today. I'm sorry about Uncle Stanislav. Forgive me for not coming to the funeral. I can't bear cemeteries.
We'll have to meet up again.
Goodbye.
È famigliare interessante. Quanta roba. Ah, la madre. Visitiamo il giardino. Bello il bambino che applaude sotto l'acqua. Vabbè. Niente, vedo che gli fa un cazzo l'acqua. C'è gente che sta tranquilla a parlare sotto l'acquazzone. Vabbè. E vabbè che Russia. Finché non ghiacciano anche le palle degli occhi, non battono palpebre. Sì. Mi piace sta casa. Oh, possiamo cambiarci. Figo. Pseudomorchia demonum. Pseudomonarchia demonum. Ok, compare tu. Oh! Lars Goetia di Crowley. Alistair Crowley, figo. Tanta roba quel libro. Quel libro, quel grimorio. Fatim, a puzzle for sleep. Subnoc sconosciuta. Bellissima. Tutto ciò è davvero bellissimo. Ok, non c'è altro da vedere. Suppongo di no. Invece sì. Ha lasciato il suo grimorio. Ci ha lasciato il grimorio, quindi.
I'm ready, Mr. Shulsky. I only need all of you to be present. Can we start reading your father's will?
Yes, let his will be done. Again.
Let's begin if everyone is ready. Would you all please take a seat? Ladies and gentlemen, by the power of my office vested in me by the grace of His Imperial Majesty, the Emperor of all Russia, I hereby testify.
Je suis désolé. I just needed to quench my thirst. Alone, unfortunately.
I didn't manage to.
Please don't pay them any mind.
Mr. Shulski's last will and testament were prepared several years ago in the presence of Zaslav Fedorov, Esquire, that is, myself. My last will and testament recorded in the year of our Lord 1888. In the name of the Holy Trinity. Amen. Therefore, my first irrevocable wish is to appoint as executrix of this will my daughter Ligia Szulska. Immediately after my death, an inventory shall be conducted in full accordance with the law. After completing the inventory, all my personal movables will be sold at public auction. And let the funds raised thereby be donated on the anniversary of my death to the beggars near the cemetery. The administration of the remainder of my fortune I leave, without restriction, to the person of my daughter Ligia.
I'm not even getting a teaspoon.
All movables and immovables relating to the family enterprise I entrust to the care and administration of my daughter. I do not prescribe a method of administering them. I merely offer her one piece of advice. I wish that the business should be conducted with modesty, prudence, and honesty, as I have conducted it my whole life.
A joker to the very end.
Immaginavo avrebbe detto qualcosa in questa parte. Mamma mia, me lo sentivo proprio.
I wish to leave the following: my collection of muskets and 2 revolvers dating to the uprising in memory of our first meeting.
Stasio, I will have plenty to do in my retirement.
Enjoy your retirement.
Divertiti.
I wish you success with your business and your hunting. I'm going to have something to eat before heading off.
Just a moment yet, Mr. Szulski. Your name is also mentioned here.
A last-minute plot twist.
I would also like to come to the aid of my only son, Viktor Szulski, by entrusting him with the use of my personal black grimoire, in the hope that he will be able to make good use of it. This is my last will and testament. Carry it out solemnly, though you may have found it burdensome. However, this last bequest poses a certain problem.
Yes, it certainly does. And what is that, may I ask?
I am not in possession of this grimoire. The late Mr. Szulski used it up until his death, yet no one left it with me after his passing.
Meaning it's disappeared?
Ottimo. Ci ha lasciato un cazzo di niente in pratica, perfetto proprio. Oh, ma quel demone che vedo dietro è bellissimo.
It was only because of the grimoire that we could identify him at all.
What actually happened? How did he die?
A building collapsed on top of him. I don't know any other way of putting it.
The grimoire. Could someone have taken it?
Perhaps, in all that confusion.
But why would anyone want Papa's grimoire? An ordinary person won't use it. Would the Thaumaturge just happen to be passing by?
Father had all his knowledge in there, but I don't know if it would be useful to someone other than him. I don't even know why he left it to me.
I'm sure Stasio had a reason.
A building? It collapsed on top of him? How? How did this happen?
It was a day like any other. Papa had gone for his habitual walk. Every Tuesday and Thursday, he'd take a stroll to get some space, as he put it. When he didn't come back for a long time, I got the bad feeling something had happened. Then...
we rode there together. An entire wall of a tenement had collapsed. There were 3 victims, including Stasio, who had the bad luck to simply be walking by. To see him there in that condition, it's beyond description.
Where did it happen? Where was this building?
The southern part of Śródmieście, not far from the police station. Anyway, you can miss it.
Of all the possibilities, this was the death that fate prepared for him.
Gli ha fatto cadere una cazzo di casa addosso.
He died as he lived, miserably. He couldn't have met a more fitting end after what he did to me. What he did to the Niedzic's family.
You've got to know that Papa felt guilty, even if he didn't say so outright. I'm not going to defend him, but I can't criticize him either. Even I don't know what really happened back then with Aborice.
An accident is what happened, and Father treated 2 kids like the worst disgraces in the world. As if it had been premeditated.
When a person dies so suddenly, their unfinished business remains. We'll never learn what Stasio carried in his heart.
What do you intend to do?
Father evidently knew a certain Ivan Konieczkin. Have you heard anything about him?
Konieczkin? No, doesn't ring a bell.
All sorts of people came to Papa's store. That doesn't mean every one of them might know something about the grimoire.
That's true. You've got your work cut out for you.
And Mordechai Chayat. Could that be a lead?
I don't think so. He worked with Father, but he left more than a year ago. I don't know why. He was an assistant at our, well, my store.
Do you know where I might find him?
Sadly, no.
Do you have any other ideas?
And where are Father's things at the moment?
You're standing at the very center of his kingdom. Not everything has been sorted through yet, but you go right ahead.
And the store? I should check there too.
I've started stock taking there to distract myself, and I don't want you to go in there before I've finished.
As you wish. I think we have to look for the answer in the place where it happened.
With your sight, you can make out more in those ruins than I, or Uncle, or Detective could. This is a good lead, but is it the only one?
Now at least I can see how little I know. Maybe these scraps of information will lead me somewhere.
Well, now that we know what's got to be figured out, forgive me, my darlings. I'm going to give my old bones a rest.
I'll see you out.
Goodbye, Uncle. And, Ligia. I'm sorry it happened this way. That I wasn't close by.
The most important thing is you're here now.
Oh. Oh, open.
How do you find our old stomping? Yes, I'm not too fond of this place either. This is where I had my last conversation with my father, just before I left. If you can call it a conversation. Can you see my dreams? Nightmares, actually. Ever since I decided to come back, I keep reliving the same memory. The loan shark incident. I've been seeing his death more and more lately. I wonder if the shop is still there. Perhaps we should go there and check.
È simpatico amico nostro. Peggio dalla madre. Non ti hai bloccato a Parigi in pratica? Insomma, ci stiamo facendo i cazzi di tutti, è bellissimo. Qui non è apparso altro. Qualcosa ci porta anche da questa parte. Ok, ecco. Maschera rituale. Libro di cultura antica. Una valigia. Pannelli di sabbia del deserto. Viaggi in Africa. Niente. Ancora qualcosa. Ser. Tracce sconosciute. Ok, abbiamo trovato qualcosa. Abbiamo trovato qualcosa, effettivamente. Niente. Di nuovo. Ah, nell'altra è vero. In quest'ala forse? Può essere? No, invece no. Eppure c'è qualcosa da queste parti che... Vedete, arrivo qua e si divide. Perché? C'è da... Ah, strano. Ma scendiamo. No, vedi? C'è... C'è un punto esclamativo. Qualcosa sopra è rimasto.
Hello?
I talk here? Do you hear me
Aspetta.
now? Victor? Victor, are you there?
Grigori? Yes.
Victor, where are you?
A casa! Dove cazzo vuoi che sia?
Home, where the telephone rang.
Incredible.
Has something happened?
To me? No. I am telecommunicating with you to say I found lodgings here in Warsaw. If you need me, I'm 27 here. What number is it? Yes, 7 Powaskowska Street. Number 7 by cemetery. Powaskowska.
I'm glad. It's good to hear your voice.
It's good to hear you as well. Goodbye.
Canterà contento Rasputin.
I want to end now. What do I... like this? Wonderful device.
No, raga, Rasputin è uno spettacolo. Ah, Grigori. Cerchiamo di capire cosa ci siamo scordati da queste parti. Qualcosa ci siamo mangiati. Ci sia qualcosa qui che non vediamo. Andiamo di sopra. Sì. Collezione di libri dell'occulto. Era occupato in una ricerca quasi ossessiva. Caccia ai Salutors. Indiana Stridam. I misteri della Thaumaturgia. Ok, nient'altro. Penso che stavolta abbiamo finito per davvero. Possiamo scendere. Yep. Ora va nella unica direzione. Oh, cioccolata calda, mia! Mia cioccolata calda. Adesso ci serve...
Master Victor, let me guess. Have you come for some hot cocoa?
Già fatto...
Will there happen to be anything stronger?
I see you're all grown up. There's still a little homemade liqueur if Judge Voronin's not polished it all off. Help yourself. It's been an age since we've seen one another. I'm glad you're back. Mistress Ligia is really struggling with everything.
Ligia won't open up to me, but how is she doing?
She's having a rough time, the poor dear. Her heart is heavy, though she doesn't show it, but she's strong. She keeps her chin up and doesn't give in. And it's good she's got you to help now, Master. Only she's started smoking like a chimney.
Ma...
She takes after her father, no question about it.
And so, the great Stanisław Szulski is dead, crashed by a building. Can't say I'd wish a death like that on anybody.
An awful death, sheer cruelty. Mr. Szulski didn't deserve it. Now all we can do is think back on what a wonderful man he was.
Oddio, non
That
esageriamo.
won't take long.
Ah, mi spezza sto tipo, eh.
So, this death, what do you make of it, Grażynka?
I'll tell you in confidence, Master Szulski. Now, I'm a simple woman, but something about your father's death doesn't sit right with me.
How do you mean, Grażynka?
Don't you suspect some impure powers had a hand in it?
Do you mean it could have something to do with thaumaturgy?
That I don't know. Look at us jabbering while there are potatoes not peeled. Forgive me, master.
Raga, mai dubitare della saggezza di chi ti porta la cioccolata calda e la vodka.
I'll get out of your way.
Tra l'altro cioccolata calda e
Always
vodka,
ample
raga.
work, but I can always snatch a
di che stiamo
moment for a
parlando?
chit-chat with you, master.
Oh, la ricetta del liquore di Grisny. Qui non sembra essere apparso nulla, perfetto. Piano terra c'è qualcosa da... Dice.
Have you found anything yet about the grimoire? Is there any way I can help?
In Father's study, I found a trace of a woman that I couldn't identify.
Probably Svetlana Rumyantseva.
Who is she? And what did Father have to do with her?
Svetlana is a Russian aristocrat who travels with the Romanovs' court. I can only tell you she was a customer of Father's.
A customer? If you don't want to say, then don't. Where can I find her?
When she's in town, she stays at the Imperial Hotel.
She might know something that will help me find the grimoire.
Not so fast. To get in, you're going to need me and my connections. Svetlana is famous for her soirees where she hosts the crème de la crème of Warsaw.
What's a soirée?
How long did you say you lived with Mother in Paris?
Ma va a cagare.
Just a party, if you like. Do you know what that is?
Very funny.
We could go together. How about you track down some evening clothes and I'll sort out the invitation. And I won't take no for an answer.
Oh, yeah.
Sadly, you never give me a chance. Unfortunately, everything in my wardrobe is antediluvian. I need a tailor.
There's a shop at 11 Pruzhna Street that's fairly decent and quick. We also have barbers in Warsaw in case you want to do something about whatever you have growing on your head and face.
Abbiamo anche dei falegnami in caso ti vuoi togliere quel palo di legno che ti spunta dal culo. Ho sentito un rumore strano che non mi sconfiffera. Ok. Facciamo visitare il barbiere. Wait. Fare cosa? Cioè, spuntano le trecce ai cavalli, cadono le palle ai cammelli. Pick up. Ecco qua. Oh, un biglietto, possiamo andare al circo. Grande, grande, grande. Pochi ubriachi in giro comunque. Mi piace sto posto. Atelier. Oh, addirittura.
Excuse me? Damn it. I forgot to turn the key. Sorry, what? You tell me. What is it? I need some evening wear, quick. Good proportions. Thank you. Alterations won't take long. Your name and address, sir? Viktor Shulsky, 9 Green Square. I'll send a messenger when I'm done. And Mr. Shulsky, if you'll allow me a moment of candor, as it often seems no one dares to address you with it. Sorry, what? Go and find yourself a barber in Pavonsky. You look like a troglodyte.
Ma andate tutti quanti a cagare insieme, mannaggia la
I'd
miseria.
like to go to my business. I won't bother you. All right.
Ma povero Cristo, che cazzo. Ma lasciategli stare la barba, oh, buon Dio. Sarebbe? Oh. Che dettagli interessanti. Un altro? Ah, sono tutti diversi. No, è ancora qui il... Dovrebbe essere da queste parti il barbiere. Mi dice che qui c'è ancora... C'è ancora da fare, quindi... Pick Sure. Una brochure. Oh, cognac! Yeah, sicuro. Scusate un secondo che... Ho 2 punti, perfetto.
Let's wait. So, did you miss the city?
Niente, dobbiamo andare da qualche altra parte. Quindi. Ok, sarà qui quindi il barbiere. Cimitero. Aspetta. Andiamo dal barbiere al Camposanto, ci piace. Ah, perfetto, così se per sbaglio ti sgozza. Ah, ok. Sedia già pronta, mi aspettavo.
Come in.
Niente, ci tenevano a farmi finire dal barbiere sti tipi.
Please set my hair to rights.
Yes, sir.
Quella abbiamo ampia scelta di barba e capelli, perfetto. Quindi possiamo passare da come li abbiamo a come li abbiamo. Ah, questi sono già più simili ai miei.
I'm sorry. I don't usually talk to clients. Do you like it?
I can't help noticing that you're the most tight-lipped barber I've been to. And even you admit that you rarely talk to clients. Why is that?
When I prepared them for their final journey, it's hard to ask for their opinion.
Ah, ottimo.
So you style the deceased too?
Mostly. They still need to look good. After all, you only get a funeral
Ah,
once in your
onesto.
lifetime.
Onestissimo.
So, what do you think? Do you like it?
Yes, you're talented.
Years of practice. My clients are always satisfied.
Oh, è arrivato il vestito?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
I see you went to a barber. That's something at least.
Recently I met a bearded guy who's not especially fussy about his appearance. And yes, people welcome him everywhere with open arms anyway.
Maybe he's a natural charmer. I've heard that can get you into the Imperial even without a tailcoat.
Very funny.
Are you getting dressed so we can go, or have you changed your plans?
Yes, let's go and see if I do fit in.
In that case, I'll go get changed too. Look at you. And here I worried I was the only one who looked good in trousers. Very chic choice.
Thank you. You look fantastic.
Thank you. You think Papa would be mad that we're going to a party right after his funeral?
I hope
Era incazzato di base, quindi...
he could have kept from losing the Black Grimoire. Are we ready?
Yes, the carriage is waiting.
Welcome to the Imperial Hotel. How may I help you?
Ligia Szulska.
Second floor. I wish you a thrilling and successful evening.
I'm impressed. How did you sort that out?
Our name still means something. Let's do our best to keep it that way, alright?
È stronza forte però, mica poco. Questa è bella.
Who are you, my golden slithering friend?
Victor? Victor.
Pokéball on hand.
Can you hear me?
Sto guardando Arbok.
Of course.
These people are just waiting for us to put a foot wrong, understand? We're walking into the Viper's Den, brother.
Letteralmente, ho già visto la coda.
Everything's all right. I just got a little lost in thought. I'll be good, I promise. I'm going to hang around here a little longer. I'll meet you upstairs.
See you there.
Adesso, signori, non facciamo cazzate. Secondo me ci troveranno completamente ubriachi che cavalchiamo noi. Madame Singh.
Well, well, someone new?
Good evening.
Good evening, Viktor Szulski.
Irina Orlova of those Orlovs. This is Natalia Obolenskaya, and this strangely quiet soul is our delightful Sofia Skawan.
Irina is exaggerating. Nice to meet you, Mr. Szulski.
The Governor General's daughter herself. How do you do?
What can you tell us?
How are you enjoying yourselves?
We can't complain. Seeing as we're debutantes, we're getting a lot of attention.
Really?
Maybe you'll tell us something about yourself.
I suspect you want to hear more about the book.
We've never met a Thaumaturgist before. To tell the truth, I didn't believe they existed.
A Thaumaturge. Don't worry. But now you do.
Well, it depends on what kind of trick you show us, Mr. Szulski.
I need to slip away for a moment.
Oh, no, what a shame.
Peccato. Man.
What did we come here for? These soirees are for old
Sergey.
people.
Good evening. May I?
Please, we're not discussing anything consequential.
You keep on worrying about yourselves. I intend to make the most of this evening.
See, I told you he was in love. Miss Scowan is out of your league, my friend.
To say nothing of her father.
Old Scowen and I are practically on first-name terms now. You'll see.
I'm sure.
So, one eye-catching girl has already got an admirer. What does that leave us, Maxime?
Not much. The dull, the silly, or, well, the old.
En parlant de Ligia Shulska, she just passed this way.
Pigs will fly before someone fancies her.
She'd actually prefer Sophia Scowan, according to what I've heard. Well, what do you think?
My name is Viktor Shulski.
Piacere.
There we have it.
Allora, raga, possiamo fare un bordello, ma... vabbè. Meglio di no. Abbiamo detto che non facevamo cazzate.
About my sister.
And what are you going
Vabbè,
to do
adesso li
about it?
prestiamo, raga.
I'm afraid we've got a few things to explain to one another. Preferably through violence.
I don't think so, Mr. Shulski.
Where are you from? You're among polite society, not cattle.
I'm not the only one itching for a brawl, am I? What? Is one guy more than you can handle?
Let's take this out to the forecourt, gentlemen.
Sergei, my friend, anything for you.
I love this. Però ancora non riesco a... Cioè, dovrei riuscire a modificare sti... Allora, facciamo una cosa. Vediamo se adesso... Ecco, aggiusta gli upgrade... No, aggiusta gli upgrade, ma non... Dovrebbero essercene altri di... Perché non ce li conta? Allora, 2. Ok, suggeriscono lui. Boom. vuole 22. Vale, a terra. Ah, ecco il secondo livello. Ok. Allora, sì. Ok. Ah, devo capire bene come funzionano i vari livelli delle mosse. A parte quello. Signori, siamo stati bravissimi. Oh, ma sulla mappa si vede un botto di roba. Mi sembra ci sia nient'altro in verità però, nonostante la mappa, probabilmente al piano di sopra. Oh, esamina. È fighi sti ritrattini. Qui c'è qualcos'altro che possiamo dire?
Isn't that our Mr.
I need to slip.
Oh,
Ancora non troviamo. Non era correlata a quei tre tizi, quindi. Andiamo di sopra. Ora il piano di sotto ci segnalano ancora qualcosa. Che significa che non abbiamo trovato tutto. Ora abbiamo controllato e abbiamo usato anche questo... Ah, ok. Qui. C'è qualcosa che ci stiamo per... Oh, ecco lì. Però ci siamo avvicinati prima qui. Ok. Golden Beard. Ancora niente. Oh, ecco.
I've heard a certain secret. Do you want to hear it?
Come now, we won't tell anyone.
Or maybe I shouldn't.
Do you like being a tease?
Forgive me, ladies, for teasing you like this. Here's the secret.
Come on, we're dying to know.
Someone was recently playing with a lock on one of the gilded cages, wondering what would happen if all the birds escaped captivity. And I know for certain it was one of you.
Sophia, that sounds like you. Admit it.
And now what will happen to us, Mr. Shulsky?
In exchange for my discretion, I need another secret of yours. That's the only way to keep everyone in check.
What should I choose? Our fathers don't know we're here. There you are.
How naughty. None of your fathers know?
None, especially not Sophia's. Otherwise, he wouldn't have let her come.
I'm very satisfied with this trade.
And what now?
Ora un cazzo. Arrivederci e
Away
grazie.
for a moment.
We should go as well. We've really forgotten ourselves around you.
That's nice to hear, but I understand. The soiree won't wait.
I hear Rumyantseva has invited a real medium.
Ah,
Will
pure?
there be ghosts? That I'd like to see.
Ma sono sicuro che anche a loro farà piacere vedere. Ok. Piano di sotto abbiamo fatto, non ci sono più... Oh, eccoci.
Mr. Shulsky?
Sto giochino ti prende, ti tiene... Mi gusta, devo dire non mi annoia.
Very flattering that is. And what brings you to the Imperial?
The cream of Warsaw society is here, so I thought it would be worth showing my face.
With a name like yours, I'm sure you fit right in. After all, someone must have invited you.
The friend of a friend of a friend is throwing this party, so you might say I know the hostess.
Rumyantseva herself? Look at you.
And who invited you?
The friend of a friend of a friend.
What
What are you hoping for this evening?
Who knows? Maybe I'm keeping an eye out for the future Mrs. Shulska.
Best of luck. You'll need it, since Lygia ended up with the entire inheritance.
My sister didn't inherit everything.
That's right, in fact. After all, Stanisław had his little black magic book. But I don't see you carrying it.
Two is more than I can carry. I left it at home.
Understandable.
If I may, there's one question niggling at me. How did you get so many scars?
Sto tipo non me la conta
Why do you
giusto.
ask?
I've heard that Russian officers in training have drunken duels with sabers after hours.
No. A very peculiar custom, if that's true.
So where did those scars come from?
I've led an interesting life.
Who did you say you were to my father?
A trusted acquaintance. I supported him with good advice. Though truth be told, he rarely needed it.
Sto tipo non me la
Your
conta
father
giusta per
had a
niente.
gift for making good decisions.
Which of my father's decisions would those be?
Ones that were good for your family. Perhaps we'll have the chance to return to this another time. Goodbye, Mr. Shulsky.
Yes, I'm sure.
Comunque, i disegni, questi ritratti qui sono fighi, sono davvero fighi. E quanta gente.
Thaumaturge never fails me. There is something here.
Salire. Candele. Un libro misterioso. Un libro che non vuole essere letto. Curioso.
Maybe that's enough. What do you want?
Ah.
The trick with entering someone's head. I know one person who can do that.
You're not much of a thaumaturge if you can't. Have you come here to torment me? Unmask me?
I don't see any fun in unmasking you.
So what do you want?
Your siren is quite impressive.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
Madame, you're being impolite. What about a little competition? We'll see who wins.
I'll pass.
I think your idea of pretending to be a medium is fantastic.
It sounds like I impress you.
How many people know?
Is that a threat?
I noticed a wild Salutor here. I understand your being here has something to do with him in particular.
Keep your nose out of this.
Oh, il cacchio proprio. Mi piace tenere il naso in giro.
What do you know about this Salutor? Do you know its name?
Don't you?
Name doesn't tell us much anyway. All that matters is picking out the person in this crowd with the flaw.
I know perfectly well who carries the flaw. Another reason for you to stay out of it.
The person with the flaw attended the seance, right? So I'm on the right track.
Have you finished?
No.
That's not such a ladylike tone, madame. Maybe we should just let the best one catch that Salutor.
You mean yourself?
So, should we finish up?
That would be best. And listen to me carefully, Mr. Whatever your name is.
Shulski, but you can call me Victor.
Now, Mr. Shulski, you will vanish like a bad dream, and I will get back to work.
Ah, sta cosa sarà tanto divertente. Prima vediamo se c'è qualche... Cognac! C'è cognac ovunque qui, mi piace. Oh, figo. Bella rappresentazione. Not much to see already.
And the general says to him, "Tell us something funny." Then Bautsky replies, "General, why don't you shoot a cannon first?"
That's a good one. I'll have to tell it tomorrow at the Orwoffs.
Who might this be joining our conversation?
You know, sir, your face looks familiar to me.
My name is Viktor Szulski.
Ah, yes, I can see something in your eyes. I was sorry to hear about your father.
I'll see you next time, darling. Wonderful party.
See you there.
I think I've offended the creme de la creme of Warsaw.
This is hardly the creme de la creme. How do you find my soirée?
How is it, being part of the Tsar's court?
It is a blessing and a curse. Forgive me if I do not elaborate.
I admit I'm getting reacquainted with the social scene.
You spent a long time traveling, didn't you?
15 years. Over that time, I got used to harsher surroundings.
And believe me, drawing rooms can be just as dangerous as untamed steppes. You've met Anastasia and Marina. What about the others?
I've already met several distinguished guests. Madame Samira definitely stands out.
She is exceptional, isn't she? Her presence is the crowning glory of the evening. Has anyone else caught your eye?
Ivan Konieczkin, for instance. Apparently, he knew my father.
How remarkable. I wasn't aware. Konieczkin is something of a secretive person. And have you yet had occasion to meet the debutants of the season?
I'll be sure to seek them out.
This evening, Sofia Skowan herself is to grace us with her presence.
Well, well.
I suggest you move quickly. The competition is fierce.
The crux of the matter is that I'm here because of my father. You knew him.
That doesn't sound like a question. Of course, I was his customer. I truly am sorry for you, both of you. The death of someone close is always a dreadful blow. Please accept my condolences.
Svetlana Petrovna, I must insist. Can you tell me something more about my father?
Mr. Szulski, I assure you we have the most delectable vodka. Besides that, I warmly encourage you to join Madame Samira's séance. It will be an unforgettable experience.
Abbastanza
I
sfuggevole
wonder,
pure questa.
is that truly everything our soirée can offer you?
I've got no choice but to suffer through tonight.
No need to mince words.
Qualcosa nei paraggi.
Here you are.
Gentlemen, meet my brother.
Viktor Szulski.
The last Szulski to wear trousers. You don't know that. Miss Ligia could yet produce an heir to the fortune. Maybe even with me, if she doesn't tell my wife. But let's talk like men. You intend to take over your father's company, correct?
First, I suggest you mind your own business. Your marriage, for instance. Perhaps Louisa isn't the ninny you take her for.
I beg your pardon?
Hasn't it occurred to you that when you leave her at home, she might also take advantage of her solitude?
What are you suggesting?
You've got a cuckold's horns. Was I being too subtle?
I suppose
Bella.
it's true what they say about you.
Yes? What's that?
You've lost your mind.
It's true. I'm completely nuts. I can't tell what's true and what's a bluff, apart from Puchalski's horns.
A dangerous oaf! Good luck with your business, miss.
Yeah. Now I can forget about anyone wanting to say a word to me.
You've always got me. Listen, as far as those two are concerned, I just didn't like how they were treating you.
I'm used to it, Victor. Their words don't bother me. I can cope. Any progress with Svetlana?
I've taken a long, deep look at Samira. She's no medium. Samira is a thaumaturge on the hunt.
On the hunt?
Madame has spotted a Salutor that's attached to one of the guests.
What kind of Salutor?
Remember those fairy tales Mother used to read us? And the legend of the golden snake?
Yes, Veles.
Yes. I'm glad you're here.
Also hunting for him?
I admit I like to have him. I
Signore
haven't made up my
dell'aldilà.
Be careful.
Dio della
I am.
ricchezza.
That's why I haven't made up my mind.
Capirai.
Unfortunately, Svetlana doesn't want to breathe a word of it.
I'm sure she doesn't trust you. In company like this, that speaks well of her.
Why the cold shoulder, Ligia?
I've
Lo so,
never
c'è
liked her.
presto per andare a
Her
letto,
manner
dai.
gets under my skin. I've heard she's a dreadful schemer.
I'd better change the subject. Sofia Skawan, the Governor General's daughter. Do you know her?
No, and I don't suggest you make her acquaintance either. Skawon can't stand thaumaturges.
Guess who I ran into again? All mysterious and carved up.
Ivan Konieczkin?
What do you know about him?
Not much. He was an acquaintance of Papa's. Well, in theory, it's thanks to him that we're here.
What? Ligia?
I know that nothing comes for free, but he really didn't want anything.
Yeah, he looks like a real altruist. You enjoying yourself in this viper's den?
The vodka is quite tolerable. I'm observing my own brother taking out his anger on ordinary mortals.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Really? Because I heard a certain conflict took place in the forecourt.
Hey, they started it. I was just defending your honor.
Again?
I'm going.
Va bene. Ah, ecco qui.
I felt something. Where is it?
Una lettera bruciata. Uno stalker. Sveta, condition. Quali condizioni? La situazione è strana. Ecco qua. Un dono dalla Lazzarina. È figo perché ogni volta che troviamo una traccia sblocca altre tracce, quindi... Ai ai ai, Svetlana il padre. Ai ai ai. Hai capito il padre. Insomma, Svetlana il padre... Intanto Svetlana è sparita. Well shit. Il problema ora è capire dove è andata.
Did I see that you've met this Madame person?
I'm going.
Nulla di nuovo, mi sa. Dove è finita? Balcone? Eccola lì, infatti.
I was looking for you.
Do you smoke, Mr. Shulsky?
No, vado a
quit.
benzina.
In light of our
Non
approaching
vado a carbone.
conversation, why don't we dispense with the pleasantries? Call me Svetlana.
Victor.
Ask.
The burned note. Who sent it? I only sensed underhanded kindness.
Da, the Ochrana. I don't know which one of them exactly, if that's what you're asking. I've worked hard at it.
When did you receive this note?
A few weeks ago, back before your father.
I see. That large travel chest. You changed your mind.
About whether or not to pack. Right then, I wanted to escape badly, but that would have had its own consequences. In this game of false appearances, I'm the best.
You two had an affair.
Two grown-up, lonely people found momentary comfort in each other's arms. But romance wasn't behind that relationship. It was just that we were both looking in the same direction.
I didn't have the chance to get to know him as a person, much less one who'd show such emotion.
You mean love? That?
Was it love?
I miss him. That's all.
What do you mean by looking in the same direction? I still don't know how this lovely note ended up in your hands. But in addition, I found a lovely strings of pearls, and on it, your feelings of guilt.
Your power is terrifying. Do you know that?
Your feelings of guilt. Do they have something to do with the Romanov court?
With the whole empire, Ruski mir im podawaj. We, the establishment, perceive the need for change. We want reform. The Colossus is already teetering, but if it falls... La guillotine, mon chéri. But I want to live, Victor. Ideally, closer to the west.
Tsarina Alexandra gave you those pearls. You two are close.
I am her confidant. I could call her my friend. I see how much she devotes to her family and the nation.
Yet something has changed. Where was my father in all this?
Willingly or otherwise, he was part of the establishment that wanted change and could see revolution before it arrived.
The Ochrana knew about you, hence the note.
They must have noticed something. Isn't it time you told me why you really came to my soirée?
Do you think the Ochrana killed my father?
Your father was crushed by a building. I don't think that's how the Ochrana works.
Perhaps you're right. What do you intend to do now?
Nothing. The soirées will continue. Society has come to expect it. Everything will stay the same. I myself shall manage.
I hoped you might know something about the Black Grimoire. My father left it to me in his will, but the grimoire has gone missing.
No. And the collapsed building? Have you been there?
Not yet.
However, how hard it is, you should check there. It will give you more understanding than all the investigators put together. My dear boy, I know nothing about Stanisław's book. I'm sorry, but I can't help you there. But I will not let you leave empty-handed. I strongly believe that there's one place you ought to visit. What you find there belongs to you.
Thank you.
No, thank you for listening.
Un bel casino, insomma.
Veles. Don't run away.
Splendid ladies, distinguished gentlemen, the hour is at hand. With lights dimmed and the curtains drawn, the souls of the dead slowly gather among us. On their command, I will give the chosen among you a tarot card as your invitation to the table.
For you, sir?
Chissà quale gli ha data. Il folle.
Fool. Our dear madame is fooling around and thinks you can scare me off. I'm done wasting time on this.
Let us gather in secret ritual. Let's not keep the souls waiting too long.
Let us also make every effort together not to spoil their visit.
Vediamo un attimo che... Non abbiamo ancora trovato la... Oh, cosa c'è qui? Ah, a Sofia piacciono gli intrighi. Sì, Sofia a quanto pare è una a cui piace complottare, quindi potrebbe essere lei che ha a che fare con... Mm. Non c'è altro, penso. Invece sì. Sofia.
Mr. Shulsky, may I have a word?
How can I...
My friends and I are just playing Truth Order, and now it's my turn. Won't you dazzle me with your powers?
Your father would not be thrilled about you playing games with the Thaumaturge.
Maybe that's precisely the point. To keep violating his wishes?
First, please tell me the rules of this game.
Of course, I'm being silly. After all, you've been away a long time. It's simple. Each player in turn must admit a truth or accept a dare. Anyone who doesn't must drop out of the game and thereby loses. And I don't like to lose.
I would guess that to you, a dare would be the lesser of two evils.
How very perceptive. It involves finding out my comrades' secrets, Irina, Maxim, or Sergei. The trick is that you're cleverer at it than I am.
Your companions don't have anything against a little ruse like this?
It's not deception, it's resourcefulness. In theory, there's no rule against asking for help. Please don't make me beg, Mr. Shulsky.
Let me see what I can find. Will any secret do?
Any. I wait anxiously for your return.
I'll take a look around.
Ah, Mind 3. Ok. Mind 3. Noi l'abbiamo a 2. Però non ci arriviamo perché non abbiamo il demone. Mm. Maxims... soffre di solitudine. Cerca di affogare i suoi sentimenti nell'alcol. Ma l'effetto è opposto. La sua attenzione è attirata da Sofia Scalon sfrenando di Irina. Ok, dalla sua amica Irina, perfetto. Ok. Mm. Allora, quindi Irina è bloccata dall'esitazione. Vorrebbe spendere il tempo con Maxim, ma non fa una mossa. Ok. Oh, addirittura. Direi che probabilmente abbiamo scoperto il grosso dei segreti. Purtroppo Mind ci blocca. Che strano, perché non possiamo avere più Mind di così. Almeno per quanto riguarda... strano.
They're getting impatient. What have you found out?
Ah, come risultato delle mie decisioni, questa strada è chiusa. Interessante.
As far as Sergei,
Yes?
I'll be honest. He'd do anything for you.
Anything, you say?
Maxim only has one thing on his mind. Miss Irina.
Oh, I knew it! Might Irina return his interest?
Miss Irina would like to get to know Maxim better, but she keeps hesitating.
What? She never told me. Some friend she is.
Oh, I was wondering where you'd gone off to.
You know Sergei, don't you?
We're already acquainted.
L'ho già preso a calci prima.
Mr. Shulsky and I have completed my extra difficult dirt together.
At your service.
Now time for truth. Are you seeing anyone?
Ah.
Maybe we should not reveal all our secrets to one another right away.
Mr. Shulsky, our time is up. Sophia and I must leave for the seance. Madame is waiting.
Thank you once more.
See you.
E ora sappiamo, mi sa anche chi...
Therefore, Veles chased Sofia Skawan and her flaw here. She seemed like such an innocent girl, didn't she? It's no coincidence she focused on me. After all, old Skawan hates Thaumaturges. The little scamp. If I want to discern that little schemer's flaw, I'll have to join that sepulchral table. Either her scheming or her jealous knight in shining armor will help me identify her flaw. I hope her father doesn't find out.
Ah, oh, mamma mia.
Is this seat free?
The energy is dissipating. Ladies and gentlemen, I am losing contact with the souls.
Well, it was the souls that chose me after all.
It's true. The gentleman has a card. Your face. Is everything all right, my child?
Let us lay our hands on the table. Let us allow our minds to liberate themselves from our bodies toward the edges of the world as you know it.
Are you thinking of someone exceptional whom you wish to summon?
That's exactly the sort of person I had in mind.
Oh, is it a long-lost love?
Rather a future delightful acquaintance.
Leave her alone.
Sergei, this has nothing to do with you.
Dear guests, I implore you, the souls!
Is that jealousy I hear?
You will mock me no longer!
Focus on someone you want to make contact with.
Would a duel make you happy, miss? Between this poor man and me?
Are you all going to fight now?
Choose a location.
A duel over me would truly be unexciting.
Oh, ha funzionato.
Yes, I think so too.
Don't you dare!
Oh, sì, invece. Da.
You were supposed to stay away. I was supposed to leave here with Velis. All that work
Niet.
for nothing.
Spare yourself the trouble. It was a fair fight.
But I don't intend to hold you here. Truth be told, I even feel sorry for you.
What does that mean?
Rid yourself of the pride you've got within. Otherwise, it will lead you to the gallows.
Enough of this. There's a Salutor waiting for me.
Enjoy him, fool.
Ah, per ora non ci servono, non sapremo dove metterli. Non l'abbiamo interrotto. Nice. Olè. Oh. È interrotto? Uh, 39, aia. Mamma mia. Via. Questa è stata vicina.
Just wait until
Oh, una nuova...
sees you.
Una nuova flow?
Then you'll stop fighting me.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this evening the souls were particularly restless.
The souls have now told me everything I needed to hear.
And you, sir, what can you tell us?
Sergei, please wait a moment.
Mr. Shulsky, there are only so many humiliations a gentleman can tolerate. I have reached my limit. Congratulations to you both.
I can see I won't convince you. Please don't worry. From now on, everything will be fine.
Fine? Sir, you must have slept through the last quarter of an hour.
Sophia, listen. I freed you from a flaw that...
What's going on here? The guests are complaining, and with good cause, I see. We're terminating this disaster.
What is this rubbish about a flaw, my dear Mr. Shulsky? You got me riled up and now you're trying to weasel out? A real schemer you are.
Wait, it was you Mr. Puhalski was talking about.
What was he saying?
That you're a bore, a troublemaker, and a pest. Let's go.
Oh. Hello. Ci serve Rasputin però. Questo è il 2, abbiamo... Ah, no. Per qualche motivo non ce la fa a farla, upgrade. Ok. Disabilità del tratto e via. Tutti giù. Oh, questo fa male. Ok, sempre. Interrotto, bene. Ci siamo evitati 9 danni che non erano pochi. Ok, buona cura. Ok, va bene lui. Qual è? 10. Mamma mia. Ciao Costa. Vale.
Victor, don't scare me like that.
Mr. Shulsky, are you all right?
I think it's time for us to go.
I'll snug us a carriage.
You'll have a hard time at this hour. I'll drop you off.
See, you can always count on Mr. Konechkin.
Victor. Thank you. That's very polite. Thank you for an interesting evening.
I'm sorry it all turned out like this.
Not tonight, please.
Ligia. Good night.
Ok.
Where's Grażyna when I need her?
Allora io direi che abbiamo fatto quasi 3 ore, più le 4 ore di oggi pomeriggio, oggi sono 7 ore, diciamo che tagliamo. Direi che per oggi possiamo fermarci qui, abbiamo catturato il Salutor. Nella prossima lo cerchiamo di mettere sotto controllo con l'aiuto di Rasputin. E direi che qui vi auguro buonanotte. Ringrazio chi passerà a vedere il VOD e chi eventualmente guarderà il filmato su YouTube dove lo pubblicherò nel mio canale. I miei social sono sempre Dark Nairam, quindi per chi vuole mi trovate lì, sia su YouTube, sia su Instagram, sia su Twitch. Vi ringrazio ancora, vi auguro una buona nottata e mi raccomando, ci vediamo nella prossima live. Bye bye.